Welcome to the Spirit Guide Daily. These are daily messages for our collective. They're timeless. They will reach you when they are meant to. We're getting some oracle cards, an infinity oracle, and three tarot cards about what our energy is for today. Here we go. Let's get going for the collective. What's the energy for today? Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. If you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link to my website in the description box down below. If you hit that thumbs up button, it's helpful as well. Let's get going here for the energy for today. I have something flipped, but it didn't flip while I was shuffling. It must have been flipped when I picked up the deck. Here we go. I have the Queen of Wands in the upright. That is that fire sign energy. That is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But it's also someone who is compelling, somebody who is charismatic. The Queen of Wands is an attractive and commanding figure. That's a very, alluring energy almost. Comes out with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and then it's the Nine of Wands in the upright. All right, right away, we're getting a little bit of an energy around be a little careful. It looks like somebody is not going to be able, through their own anxiety, someone may challenge your boundaries, and you will have to actually enforce the energy of saying yes or no appropriately. But to remember, just because somebody is potentially, it looks like it's fear-based because the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, that's an anxious energy, there's an insecure energy, sometimes it's a lack of confidence. The Queen of Wands is saying that you have all the power in a situation, but that you will have to enforce your boundaries, and that tests are brought to us to help us know that our skill set has been expanded versus, just drive us insane with constant tests. Here's the thing, it should start to just feel like it's so second nature to you now, recognizing what is somebody else's stuff versus yours. That when we make progress, sometimes we don't recognize it as progress. What I've got here, because this is the Wounded Warrior card, the Nine of Wands is about having appropriate boundaries, being guarded sometimes. Sometimes it's just being a little bit battle fatigued as well. If don't forget to practice good mood management, particularly if you've been feeling anxious or underneath the weather. It's an important thing to take very good care of yourself. But mostly this looks like you're large and in charge in a situation where somebody's trying to make their emotional state your problem. And it doesn't look like you're in the least unkind about it, but it does look as if you you know where you begin and other people end now. And I don't know that you always did. Everybody in my collective is usually intuitive and empathic. I have a lot of healers. I have a lot of teachers, people who really want to make the world a better place. And sometimes when you're really caring, it is hard to maintain healthy boundaries, to know you're asking too much of me or you're infringing upon my personal space, which we never owe that to another person, even in the course of helping them. Summer, which is growth, that is one of it is often the water energy as well, but summer is about flourishing and abundance and things coming into bloom. Honest to goodness, I feel like you've learned how to work with both your strengths and weaknesses, and that you don't view it as having a weakness any longer, but rather a vulnerability, which is different. A weakness kind of implies a lack of choice in something. But a vulnerability is something that you can be aware of and to guard against. And you are being asked to guard against something here with somebody who, again, it's just I just kind of want to say they're pushing just a little bit too much, and that you have the power to push back. Stag spirit, which is leadership. The Queen of Wands is a natural leader. She has a lot, and by the way, not gender specific. Remember, gender is meaningless in tarot. But the stag spirit leadership, the Queen of Wands is a natural leader. The Queen of Pentacles in the upright is somebody who's super, super confident, but and capable as well. In reverse like that, though, it's somebody who, it might almost feel like you've lost the plot on things. Like you're just feeling very drained at this particular time. There's going to be a small test around. It does look like a small one. And you're being asked to really look at the experience to examine where you have grown versus being like, are you ever going to ease up on me? Look for the ways in which something is now second nature to you. And it's so important. And why do they want you to focus on that so much? Because once something is second nature to you, you've acquired the skill, you've passed the test, you've expanded that energy in your life, and you're able to move forward without it being an area that you are like invulnerable in. It is an area that you have altered or transitioned and transformed in your life into something that is very flourishing and healthy and abundant. And it also brings you closer and closer to the idea of being a leader, of somebody who is, if you were different from the day you were born and you always stood out a little bit, it is often because you are meant to have a different voice and carry a different message. Usually it is because you needed to maintain a sense of self and to not conform. And it does come with the kind of the acquired skill of knowing when to separate yourself from others, because people who have always been a little bit on the outside frequently feel left out, and they don't understand that it is a gift in and of itself, and that you will find the people who belong in that inner circle with you. But in this particular instance, it kind of looks to me like you very kind of, I almost want to say, just effortlessly bat aside somebody trying to control you. Because and they're doing it from a fear-based place. It's how they feel good in this world. But you just kind of rise to the occasion so effortlessly that at the end of the day, you really are being asked to take stock of, what did I face today and how did I do better than I used to with this? And it's simply so that you can see your progress, which you might sometimes feel like you're not making progress, but you are. You are making progress, and you're nearly the victor. The Wounded Warrior card, the battle is almost over. All right, so that was Spirit Guide Daily for today. Some challenges in which your boundaries will be something that you are enforcing, but at the end of the day, they're asking you to take some stock of your personal growth, because it is yet another sign that more and more is coming to you in this abundant summer energy. All right, that was Spirit Guide Daily for today. If you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link to my website in the description box down below. That is the only way to book me. And don't forget to look for my new podcast, Logical Magic, Examining Esoterica, on all of the major services. Take care. Be well.